Hello. Something on my bed is making a noise and I don't know what. But anyway, I don't know if you remember the sketchbook, but it's the one I got. I don't know if I got it specifically for the use of using in videos, but it's what it's used for now. And we've got the stuff up the spine. I've got a few sketchbooks, but this be the one we're using. I have to awkwardly hold the camera for this video because I decided I wanted to be in bed. But I thought today we could do some figure studies. It's been a while since I've drawn in the sketchbook, since, only drawing it for videos. We're just flipping to an empty page showing you some stuff that I think all of this is in videos. Most of it is. That was in the Tamagotchi video. So this is the page we want. I recently came across something fun with my other sketchbook that I thought we could do in this one too. So I have quite a few sketchbooks, and not every sketchbook is an amazing quality sketchbook, but I was in town one time and I really wanted to draw, but I didn't have any sketchbooks with me. Ugh. Sorry, I'm scraping paint off the cover of it. So I bought this sketchbook, and it's not the most amazing quality sketchbook. Or did I do this one? No, this isn't. So that's marker, and you can see here on the other side it goes right through, and there's Cario. So I did this drawing earlier today. It's got a base of acrylic paint, and then underneath the acrylic paint is, not underneath, it's got a base of acrylic paint, and then I did marker on top of that. And I really like how it came out, and I thought, well, I kind of figured that the marker would still show through on the other side really clearly, but this is the other side, and even before I started putting this yellow paint down, you couldn't really see the marker through, and I thought that was really cool. So I think today we will do the figure studies, but we will also work on painting one of these pages white. So if I want to use marker on it in future, maybe it won't affect well, I don't really care if that page ends up covered in marker, if I'm honest, because that's kind of, those doodles are kind of crappy, if I'm honest. But yeah, so, oh, great, I forgot I have to enter a password to unlock this tablet. I figure we'll use line of action for our figure studies. If we've got the tablet we can use, why not? I forgot that I never exit Genshin. Close. Wait, what was I last doing on this tablet? Sorry. I don't think I was doing anything embarrassing, but you never know. I was looking at the Genshin Wikipedia. Okay. Of course I was doing that. Oh, battery's not very high either, is it? So we're going to do the ones that have clothing today because, yeah. Only covered. I think we're going to settle on adults. We're going to do 10 minutes and then potentially end up going longer. There, I have a yucky taste in my mouth. This could potentially be a long video, so my apologies in advance for that. This is my paint palette. I've been painting a bit more lately, and this isn't a new paint palette either. But crap, I might need 2 hands to open the paint. Oh, I have legs. Okay, legs is not working. Oh, cool. I can actually sit the phone down and I don't have to worry about the sound quality because I'm wearing a microphone. Ha ha ha. Okay. This is my white paint. I use a lot of white paint, so I got this a while back. I probably will end up needing to get another if this is going to be a method I use a lot. Ooh, gloopy. Ugh, gross. It's probably more white paint than I need. If I end up with paint... Oh, I just got paint on my leg. That's fine, whatever. Putting the lid back on. I can do that one-handed at least. Okay. I've been using watercolour paint and acrylic paint more often, which I think is really fun. So, my method is just to apply a base of white paint, and then when I do several coats. So okay, we've got some pink paint mixed in apparently. So I do several coats, and as this dry, I coat more on because you do it slowly. We've got quite a few colours mixed in because the paint palette had wet paint on it, and the paintbrush I did not clean it properly because I never do. Sorry. Anyway, we will slowly do that throughout. This is my pencil case. Isn't it cute? I got it recently. So my favourite pencil at the moment, we aren't going to use that particularly much, but it's an option. This is my favourite pencil. I had another one of it, but I lost it, so I ended up having to get another. This story's not very interesting, I'm sorry. Get drawing. This looks difficult. Where do I want to sit the tablet? Do I want it so y'all can see the figure I'm drawing, or is it like fine that you can't? I'm sure someone smarter would have had a better setup organised for this, or even just done it at their desk like a smarter person, but I don't do that. I haven't done figure studies in a while, if I'm honest. I'm already getting this wrong, aren't I? I feel like clothing makes it actually harder when it comes to figure studies. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. Like, I feel like clothing complicates things. Like, it adds extra folds and extra details, and I often find Nike to be easier for figure studies. So I definitely have old figure studies somewhere that is just all Nikes. Yeah, I definitely didn't quite get the arm right, but you know what? It's a figure study, so I'm allowed to get it wrong. Scalp would be about here. At the same time, I'm spending pretty long on each. I think I'm going to end up spending pretty long on each study compared to what you meant to really spend on it. So the chest is kind of... I just find this to be a really weird pose. And is it that this person doesn't have much of a chest, or is it that the way they're leaning has made it so the chest is kind of drooped and seems flatter than it is? Serafina is, I think, going nuts at the moment. And I don't really understand what the dress they're wearing is doing around their chest. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Line of action, you've given me an unfairly difficult task here. I'm feeling a little bit bullied. I definitely recommend doing figure studies as a way to improve. It's definitely something I should do more often, but at the same time, never feel pressured into doing it. Like, I know for a long time I actually avoided doing figure studies because I'd have a particular person comment saying that I clearly needed to work on my anatomy and do figure studies more often, and it just felt like the way they said it felt like a little bit of a slap in the face. So I was like, nope, I never want to do that. That sucks, and I hate it. So yeah, you should. I say it in the kindest way possible. Figure studies will help, regardless of what stage of art you feel like you're at. Like, even if you're like really amazing, you can probably still refine that, or maybe it just helps you draw without having to think about it, because you can just look at some references and do what you see. I did mention I was going to work on this at the same time, didn't I? Maybe you will enjoy seeing this slowly coated in paint, or maybe you won't. Who knows? I will keep, of course, doing game videos. I'm thinking I'm going to attempt doing daily videos for I don't know how long. We will see. And we will alternate between art and games. I will be continuing videos on the Fishbowl SMP. I will be continuing playing Bioshock. I will be continuing... Crap, what else do I have? I will be continuing Pokemon. Bioshock, Pokemon. There was something else that I'm forgetting. What am I forgetting? Pause figure drawing. What am I forgetting? Crap. I never claimed to be good. Sorry, I've got the paintbrush in my mouth. I never claimed to be good at having thoughts. Okay. Oh god, goop. Oh, that's a strange brain fart to have. So I will be continuing doing Genshin Impact videos, Pokemon Violet videos, and Bioshock videos, and of course art videos thrown in. I'm going to try not having the Genshin videos be overwhelming, because I could do a million of those easily, because I've been really enjoying playing Genshin. I will definitely do more Fishbowl videos, because I keep meaning to play more on the server, but I don't really do PC games all that much. Like, you'll notice that all the games that I listed, like Bioshock and Pokemon, are both on my Switch, so that's really easy to do, but I don't really do PC games all that much. I think because a lot of the time I have my art tablet set up in a way that it blocks my laptop from reach. I don't know if I've shown the way my desk is set up recently, but it hasn't really changed in a while, so... And yes, I'm aware this white paint has yellow and pink smeared through it, but you know, it's fine. I do love how in this sketchbook the pages can be ripped out really easily. Okay. Back to that. Press play. I don't even know where the timer is on the screen. Oh. Oh. Oh, crap. We've just lost the drawing. Wait, no. I didn't want Nikes. Okay, so... I guess I'm not finishing that one. Ah, we accidentally got naked. Adult, please. 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit more of a simple one. Oh, wait. What is the date today? Oh, I can't get the date on that one. 30th. Okay. 30, 11. I know you're not seeing this even in November, you're seeing it in December, I guess. Q. So this is a kind of sitting pose. So the face, and she's looking kind of that way and kind of relaxed. We're not doing any kind of facial features because I don't really feel like it's needed. And this is kind of the shoulder line, kind of the roundness of the shoulders. The neckline is kind of here. I know I see I'm not really doing face details, but I lie sometimes. Neckline, I did that a little bit wonky, but you know what? I'm allowed to do that a little bit wonky. Ugh, sorry. Cable. I've got so many cables. I'm gonna get paint on the cables, but that's fine. I'm allowed to get paint on my cables, because they're my cables. I definitely did this bit here too long, but you know what? I have an erasure, just for that reason. For when you make a mistake. Sorry, I put the thing out. Okay. So, kind of lightly doing shapes and then filling it in slowly. I tend to do a kind of flow line there. That really comes down to preference, I guess, the way you like to draw clothing and clothing folds. Like, it's a figure study, but you don't have to do it exactly what you see. You can stylize somewhat. And I think for me, stylizing is something I tend to do without thinking about. Like, there's no thought when I stylize things. I know a lot of people tend to worry about art style, but I think when it comes to art style, you shouldn't think about it too much. Like, it's fine to have goals for your art style, but I don't think you should be too concerned about what your art style is, per se. Like, you can have goals, like, I want my art to look this kind of way, but if you're always worrying about what your art style is, and, oh, I don't have an art style, oh, I need an art style, oh, I blah, 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 then I feel like you just end up, I don't know, I feel like it's not extremely healthy to focus on that, but if you have, like, a goal in mind, like, you want a specific art style, then I think that's fine to work on incorporating things from that into your art style, but the trying so hard to find an art style and not just drawing until something comes naturally or working towards a specific goal, I think, isn't always helpful. This is horrible, isn't it? Like, I feel like I did the body just too chunky in general and too kind of wonky shaped. Like, yeah, it's just so wonky. I just find the foreshortening, like the perspective angles of this drawing, to be a little bit difficult, if I'm honest. But you know what? That's okay. But it does seem like the kind of pose I would attempt to draw, so that's something. Like, even if I weren't doing figure studies, I would probably attempt this kind of pose, and I'd probably do it better because usually because I would have layers and, you know, digital art. But hey, it's fun to give a whack at traditional art occasionally. We will, of course, do traditional art in a non art study way, but I thought we could have a little chat and make an attempt. So she's got kind of slick hair. Oh, we've still got 4 minutes left. Let's just a little quicker version of it. Ribs, leg. I figure a little quick version might help me understand where I went wrong, but no, not really. Maybe if I like redrew and focused on this pose a lot, I could probably just get more of an understanding, but I don't think I am interested in just dwelling on this pose too much, if I'm honest. But it was an interesting attempt at least. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what the audio is like. That's kind of not an interesting pose. Like, it's just head. I guess it's a difficult pose still because I'm not the most practiced when it comes to side views, if I'm completely honest. Or the most practiced when it comes to men, because this is going to be a little bit lame, but I honestly, to figure out proportions of torso, I use chest, like where the titty line is meant to be. It really helps me figure out exactly the proportions of a torso most of the time. So I find men hard to draw because like they've got pecs, but it's not quite as easy as a woman's chest. Plus the fact I just love women. Like out of everything, no matter what I identify as, I love women. That is a pretty core part of my identity, in my opinion. I think I've added some extra belly to him, but you know what? Maybe he deserves it. Have some extra cake, sir. I don't know what his hand's doing. It's kind of down here. He's got some knuckly knuckles. Some knuckly knuckles. These are not very good hands, is it? He got a booty though. He do. He's got thighs. Oh, I didn't realise I wasn't holding the camera low enough. And the way he's standing, he's side on, but you can see a hint. I think I did the calves a little cronked up there, but you know what? It's a figure study, it's okay. Things can be a little cronked up if they wish it. So then he's got his other leg, and you can kind of see it up here. That's wrong. Ow! Serafina, why? She tried to jump onto the bed and missed and clawed my feet a little bit. He's also wearing a necklace. Sorry, dude, but you have not earned your hair today. I'm going to put a square behind you. Congratulations on your square, sir. Next. Why? Okay. I don't really understand the why. Okay, so the head is here, even if it is covered. This one I feel like is a bit more of a difficult one because why? Like, most of the pose is covered. Like, what is... Okay, so the shirt kind of... hand kind of... And the shirt kind of follows the curve of the presumed arm. Here. I always struggle with arms when it comes to them folding up in a way like this, so I think this one, even if it's kind of a weird pose, it is actually pretty helpful in terms of the arms at least, because I think just doing this little bit has actually helped me a little bit in terms of my understanding of arms, so that's a positive step. And then this about here would be where the hips are. He's got a little bit of belly showing. There's fabric foldies. He's got a little bit of hair, but we're not going to draw that. He's got a little bit of belly showing. He's wearing short things. Oop, I've accidentally done the old one thigh wider than the other trick. We don't have enough room for the entire leg. Sorry, sir, you have not earned the right to have your entire body. I think that's pretty alright. For figgy studies. Sorry, I probably bonked the mink. The mink. Yuck. Sorry, just getting extra water off the paintbrush. Because we do not want too much water on the paintbrush. I think we'll probably leave it at that amount of figure studies. This is the page we've been painting. I'll probably do extra layers between this video and whatever the next one in the sketchbook is. Hopefully y'all enjoy seeing a few more videos in which we use this sketchbook. It will be, you know, mixed between figure studies and doing proper things and doing just derping around, you know, alternate. If you have something you'd like to see me try to draw, you can comment that too. I'll probably do other types of studies too, and you can, if you want, you can open up line of action or whatever I'm using in that video and do it along with me. Feel free to tag me on social media to see your practice art. I'm always excited to see other artists, you know, doing practice stuff, or even just feel free to tag me on your art in general, honestly, on any social media. I think I have it all linked in the description. Always happy to see your art, or if you feel the need, you can also send me a link to a video if you happen to make a video of your art. I would also love to see that. But yes, I think we're done with the tablet. Tablet needs to go on the charger. I have a paw print on my bed. I assume one of the cats accidentally stepped in a little bit of paint. That would make sense. Purple highlighter today. Okay. Sorry, I had my fingy on the camera. I think my purple highlighter might actually be running out of, is the stuff inside a highlighter still called ink? Don't know. But it might be running out of juice. Because I think in one of my other sketchbooks, I used a lot of this highlighter. I really like highlighters, but I don't use them. I do use them, and I've been using them a lot lately, but I feel like until recently, I didn't really use them enough. I would like to get more highlighters though, and use them more, because I think highlighters add some fun to a sketchbook page, which is why I'm using it. I'll probably end up painting the entire back of this page white too, and having pages like that spread throughout the sketchbook, because if it's helping with markers, it makes sense to do that, and I think it's fun, because it means if I choose, I can layer up acrylic paint on that page, or I can use markers on it, or I can do anything, and not worry as much about it soaking through to the page on the back, which I think is very epically fun. This highlighter is definitely running out of juice. It's dying just a little bit. But this is my purple page, so I'm determined, okay? I don't know why it's my purple page, but I'm allowed to have a purple page. Definitely need to get more highlighters. There's some really cute pastel highlighters that I'd love to get. I just don't want to pay $13 for 4 highlighters. Like, no, thank you. Ugh. Like, were highlighters always that expensive, or am I crazy and that's not actually that expensive? I just don't need much money. Sorry, I'm not sticking into the lines very much, because my highlighter is very clearly dying. But I think this was a fun little exercise for us to do. And now I will see you in the next video. I hope to do some more art studies with you soon. Ciao, ciao.